Okay, what up ladies and gents, it's your favorite Asian robot, hopefully your favorite DarkTide partner, and in today's video, you can see my hair. I just had a haircut and I'm way too lazy to put on my hat right now. Anyway, what I'm doing in this video is addressing something that I'm always hearing from players, but is actually incorrect. Okay, so I've blurred out the person's name and profile picture for this one because I'm not having a go at the person. I've got nothing against them or, but I realized that a lot of people genuinely do feel this way. Now, in a YouTube comment today, somebody said, I can't get around the garbage damage from the surge staff. It's by far my least favorite. I consider it unusable personally. Why would I stun a group when I could kill them for half the warp heat with a different staff? Okay, the thing that I want to address about this is that the surge staff has a very specific purpose in the game, which a lot of people don't seem to realize. And if we want to do a damage comparison, okay, we can do one. Let me first start by showing you what we're going to do for our damage comparison is that we're not going to have any, well, I'm going to take off Psychic Communion. We're not going to have any warp charges, so we'll just leave the rest of the feats as they are. We're going to have Warp Unleash, but we're going to have it on both staffs, okay? And the rest of the feats don't matter. So for the other alternative build, which is here, okay, where we're gonna take off the Psychic Communion as well. Okay, we're gonna make the feats the same, but this is basically what we're gonna have. Okay, so both builds have Warp Unleashed. Okay, I'm just gonna be very clear about that. They may differ in their final things, but Psychic Communion has been removed for good reason. Okay, this is to avoid skewing the test. We're gonna showcase. We're gonna use this loadout to showcase the trauma staff and other staffs, and then we're gonna showcase the surge staff. Now, first things first, they say that they can kill with another staff easier for half the warp heat. Let's first use the trauma staff as an alternative. Okay, the trauma staff takes the full range in order to kill the scab mauler. This is a damnation meat grinder. Okay, so we're gonna bring it back down. It was hitting for about 488 each time. Okay, we're gonna swap over to the surge now. Okay, and we're gonna do the same thing. Okay, so it took about 3. All right. Now, the things that people need to understand is that the surge staff, okay, and how it works is that, do you see these 2 sparkles? Okay, when there's 2 sparkles, it means that the surge staff will deal full damage to these 2 targets. All right, so these 2 targets will take full damage. The rest of the targets will take less damage. Okay, so watch where the sparkles are. Okay, these 2 targets take full damage, the rest take less damage. Okay, the surge staff deals max damage to 2 targets, and the rest of the targets, the next 2 take half, and the next 2 take half. As far as I know, that should be how it works. The surge staff is also a bit different because the surge staff, if you look at the damage breakdown, and I've stated this like 15 billion times in separate videos, but if you look at the damage breakdown on the surge staff, okay, look at the secondary action, and have a look here. Let me remove my cam so it's easier to show you. The surge staff does damage against armored targets, not unarmored targets. So what happens with the surge staff is that people feel it is garbage because they do this. They shoot unarmored targets where you're only going to hit 2 targets and deal even less damage to the rest. So of course your damage is going to be garbage. This is in contrast to the, for example, trauma. Let's use the trauma as an example here. Okay, we'll swap over to the trauma staff. This is in stark contrast to the trauma staff where the full damage is taken by anyone within the circle. So of course, it's going to feel like, hey, I can do more. You know, it's going to feel that way, and there's nothing wrong with it feeling that way. Okay? This is very natural. This is very normal. Okay? And I can understand the concern. I can absolutely understand the concern. However, what I want to highlight is that for most people, what seems to be the problem is not so much the surge staff, but the improper use of it. Okay, the surge staff, if you truly understand it, is not meant to be used as a horde clearing staff. It is an elite anti-armor staff. What you are supposed to use it for is armored targets. Alright? You're supposed to give these guys the business. Whether they're like super armored or whatever, doesn't really matter. You know, they're gonna take it. And it also has a high level of criticals. Let's contrast this with the trauma staff. Okay, again. So similar principle. Okay, you're dishing out about 400 something with no stun other than the knockdown. Okay, and the knockdown is not 100%. Do you understand that? There's a staggered threshold. So although you can dish out fairly fantastic damage and, you know, send bulwarks flying, which is always hilarious, all right, the surge staff offers more functionality in that same manner, all right, and relatively close damage, as well as the potential for crits. So yeah, that is what all of this is designed for. Okay, the surge staff is designed for anti-armor, anti-elite combat. It is not designed for damage against hordes. So I just want to be clear about that. The surge staff's damage is not garbage. You're dishing out the same level of damage as a trauma staff, just that it's 2 targets, okay, comes with CC guaranteed, and in general, you don't need to aim because it's practically auto lock on. So the surge staff can be used, I guess, in a sense, more quickly as well, and with higher crits. So that's where it finds its use. Okay, the trauma staff also has its own use, although I personally don't favor it. But the surge staff ultimately does not have garbage damage. It just, you know, has CC and is designed for anti-armor. Okay, so yeah, I hope this video makes that clear, because a lot of people seem to be under this misconception that the surge staff, garbage damage, but not the case. It is a CC staff. It doesn't mean it doesn't deal damage. It deals damage against armored targets specifically. Okay, and you gotta understand how to use it properly. So I hope this information helps you guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy my content. And as always, get this video to 100 likes. It'll be very helpful to me. Enjoy my hair, okay? All right, and before we go, allow me to thank the channel members. Let me thank my tippers and super chatters as well. You know who you are. Nathan, Zeno, Bravo, all you lovely souls. You're all fantastic people. Okay, love you a lot. But we also want to thank our channel members who keep up their membership month after month and ensure that this channel can keep going. All right, so starting right at the top, at Plus Ultra, we have Death Dawning 982. Okay, we've got Jerry Fast, Rogue Assassin, Mr. Cream Puff, and Zach MG, all at Prestige. In terms of our honored robots, we've got White King Lao, Jammer Boy, Scuddy, Nathan Strong, Sabingu, AKJ, Lady Neo, Maze, Bob John, Joey Danze, Underpaid Enlisted Soldier, A. Ripley, The Mighty Zeno, Daraverse, Cordova, Che D12, I'm Peeps, Syed Assad, Pringle Bread, Tuan Gwen, T King, Coda CMF, Kami SMH, Conrad C, Nate the Great, Corey Ryu, and Benjamin Savage. Thank you all so much for supporting my content. All right, I appreciate it lots. And just remember, I better be your favorite partner. Okay, I'll see you guys on the next video.